We have a dynamic group of running backs in this year's NFL draft. And everyone has Leonard Fournette as their number one guy, except for me. All right, so before you jump down my neck, I know Fournette is one of the best backs in this year's draft, but from a fantasy football purpose, I don't know if he's going to be this year's top rookie running back like we saw Ezekiel Elliott last year. We had him pinned down as the number one rookie. He ended up as a top 3 fantasy running back. I don't think Fournette will be this year's top rookie running back in fantasy football, and then simply because he doesn't really add anything in the passing game. He didn't really show off his receiving skills while he was at LSU. He also got nicked up a lot. So we'll get to my top 5. I'll talk about Fournette in a bit. But yeah, he's not going to be my number one guy. I'll start with number 5. It's Alvin Kamara out of Tennessee. He was seldom used there. They had a running back rotation. I do think Kamara is very talented. He draws a lot of comparisons to Jamal Charles. He's 5'10", 215 pounds. A little bit of a slasher type, but he has some power, and he's a good receiver out of the backfield. Number 4, I have Christian McCaffrey. Now, it's really going to depend on where McCaffrey goes. I'm seeing a lot of mock drafts lately. Daniel Jeremiah from NFL Network saying that maybe the Panthers take him at number 8. I can't think of a worse scenario for a guy like Christian McCaffrey because the Panthers really aren't very creative with their offensive game plan. I'd like to see McCaffrey in a New England ideal situation. New England with Belichick and Josh McDaniels. Green Bay with Mike McCarthy. I know the Falcons have running backs, but that would have been a creative spot for them. Same thing with the Cardinals. Same thing with the Seahawks. They get creative with their offenses, but the Panthers, they're pretty much like more of a power attacking team. And Cam Newton has like the 4th most rushing touchdowns since 2011 behind Marshawn Lynch, LaShawn McCoy, and Adrian Peterson. So if McCaffrey goes there, I don't know really if they'll be able to maximize his skill set, which is kind of a gadget type player where he can do a lot. He can carry the ball, but he's a great receiver and he can contribute on special teams. And I don't know if McCaffrey is a 20 to 25 down carry back. He's most certainly not that in the NFL, but maybe he gets to 20 carries by 20 touches by carrying the ball 12 to 15 times and catching 5 of his 8 targets out of the backfield and throwing a couple punt returns. I think that's what we're going to see from McCaffrey. I'm going to like him a lot in PPR, but again, it really depends on where he goes. Number 3, I have Joe Mixon out of Oklahoma and all the baggage that comes with him. We know about his incident hitting a female student while he was still in college. The video came out this past year. NFL teams have already written him off their draft board, saying they're not going to take a guy that has a incident like that on his record. But somebody will draft this kid. He's a first-round talent. He's a do-it-all back. He can run. He can catch out of the backfield. Great receiving skills. The problem is, where will he end up going? I think he's a first-round talent, so someone's going to get a steal in the 2nd or 3rd round. I do think he ends up going before the 3rd round. The problem is we tend to forgive people once they help your team or once they help your fantasy team start winning, okay? We did it with Tyreek Hill last year, and he punched his pregnant girlfriend in the stomach when he was in college, but everyone seemed to kind of look the other way once he started scoring ridiculous touchdowns and having a great rookie season. So will that happen with Mixon? To be determined, but the point is that he will get drafted and he will end up a very productive fantasy football player as a rookie. Number 2, I have Leonard Fournette as number 2. I told you he wasn't going to be my number 1 guy. Fournette is my number 2 because he can't really catch out of the backfield, and I think that's going to be limiting in what he can do in terms of his responsibilities, his role in the NFL. If he's playing on 1st and 2nd down and he's coming out on 3rd down, well, that's leaving points on the board. So Fournette is going to be a guy that is probably in some kind of a committee where maybe someone like Joe Mixon kind of has the job to himself by the end of the year. So Fournette's my number 2. I wish he can catch the ball better. I can see him certainly going as a top 10 pick, certainly being a workhorse in the NFL. But if you're playing in a PPR, and a lot of my leagues are, a lot of DFS leagues are too, DraftKings, FanDuel, half-point PPR, DraftKings, full-point PPR, Leonard Fournette, he really is going to have to score a lot of touchdowns in order to pay off. All right, and my number 1 running back this year, Dalvin Cook out of Florida State. I know he had a terrible combine. It was actually brutal, almost like he didn't want to be there, but he's an athletic player, natural pass catcher. He has a long stride, can hit the home run out of the backfield. He's a threat to score every time he touches the ball. He's elusive. He makes guys miss. And again, he can catch the ball out of the backfield, which to me, just like his former teammate Devontae Freeman, he is a do-it-all back that can play on all 3 downs, and that's what you're looking for when you're drafting these rookie-type backs, that someone that can eventually not only win the starting job, but not really come off the field on 3rd down, which I think is what's going to happen to Leonard Fournette. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The button is below. And also check out gppmaster.com. We are helping you win your season-long and DFS fantasy football contest in 2017. We got a great discount right now. Go check it out, GPP Master and ffchamps.com.